How's it going, YouTube? Back again for another London session market analysis here. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at S&P 500. We had another move down today, a strong move down. So I was in the market taking that micro trend back up with the guys, and then we had an opportunity somewhere right around this area to take it back down as it broke through. Missed the first couple, but got an opportunity to continue a short downward. Didn't get all the way to 3100. I was trying to hold the trailer, but only got about maybe 10 points, 10 and a quarter, which is really good on one lot. But we traded some other lots, lost some trades, but then made a lot more winning trades. So it was really good. Gold and S&P 500, definitely some good volatility to trade today. Missed the 20-point move on the S&P drop last night during the London session, and the move up. I didn't want to take the breakout. Was trying to look for pullback to buy dips on the gold and also sell rips on S&P 500, but missed them both by a couple ticks, which is okay because when it came into the US session definitely had an opportunity where we capitalized on. So we did move down. We moved all the way up to about 79 today in this micro move, and then we came all the way back down, and we're currently at 30.6825. All right, so when we zoom in this, guys, we got some levels that we're probably looking out for. You can see this was one support, may act as some resistance between 95 to 3100. We got a slight one a little bit above that, 3080 to 85. I'm probably not going to look to try to trade that, but you can. I just want to see how it reacts to that level, to be honest. But what I'll be looking out for is I'm going to be trying to trade the move back down. If we get some resistance here, then yeah, I will look for some rotations and then a move back down. If we don't get that resistance and we just blow right through it, then I'm going to be looking for some resistance here. And there's always an opportunity. If we break through this and we hold a couple times, then we can look for that upside move into the next resistance. You can try to do that if you want to. But looking at the studies, if we're thoroughly studies on, unhide these studies, you can see that we're in a strong bearish market right now. So just want to be cautious on how we look to trade this. Moving averages are over. VWAP is somewhat kind of in between because we just kind of opened up again. And we may see another collapse lower. I don't have any support because, well, it'd be foolish for me to try to keep buying this thing back up. Even if we get opportunities, it's still riskier because you're in a strong bearish trend. All right, so you want to just kind of be cautious of that. Let's take a look at what a 4-tick looks like here on the S&P 500. Take a look here. You guys can see with the studies, the same studies, you got the same levels. We are again in that strong downtrend, bearish movement happening here, and we have a slight pull. Now, is there an opportunity for you to take trade a little bit lower? Yes, it's going to be somewhere right around 30.70 where you see this little bit of a gap. If we can't get back above this area right here, which we are already, and we hold that and we collapse down a little bit more, we're going to see some more downward movement. Right, so just a matter of what we're looking for. We're looking for these moving averages to come overhead. I wouldn't try to take the trade right now where we are, only because it's pretty risky given you're at a strong level right now. You're at a strong level where buyers are trying to pull this back up, and sellers could come somewhere right around this red arrow right over here. So I'd just be cautious for that pullback. I wouldn't try to trade it right here. We got the VWAP underneath, moving averages coming underneath, and it looks like it's trying to attempt the upside of the point of control and where that red arrow is. So just gotta be cautious for trying to do that. I'm just gonna wait it out. When the London session opens up and we trade it, we're gonna look to see where the markets are according to these levels. And if they're not there, we'll try to recreate some other levels or create some other levels and see if we can trade off of those smaller levels. Let's take a look at gold. Gold also had a lot of good opportunities today. Gold had a movement up, and then from there we had another movement back down. So we are looking pretty decent on gold right now. You can see on this 10-tick, that purple level was ours yesterday. We bounced off and then we came all the way back up. Missed the move up because I only could get a breakout, but we came all the way to resistance and came all the way back. Same thing happened today, pulled all the way back to the same level. And you can see how strong those levels kind of hold out. But I would say we may be looking to try to trade the upside on gold if we hold this trend line and we hold this what was once a peak of resistance, and we hold that for some support, right? So that's what we may be looking for. The trend line, we're still holding that, so we may be trying to touch that 55 to 56 again for this movement. So just gonna kind of look out for that. If we get up into this area and we break through that trend line and we hold that resistance, I'm gonna look to short it for gold for the night back into the level of 44 to 42. So let's take a look at what a 4-tick looks like on gold. So we can take a look if we got anything closer to this. You guys can see right now we're currently at 1651.3, so we're holding this area right here. VWAP is overhead, so if we break through that VWAP, that 53, and then we start to hold, we're going to look for that upside of 55. But we'll wait it out because there is a lot of selling pressure coming in. We'll see. This is our resistance right now, and whatever we get in here as far as price action is what we're going to be looking for the London session. So hopefully we get some good opportunities there. Let's take a look at oil real quick before we wrap it up here. Oil, we still got some. Well, you got a lot of bearish movement in oil. You're still in a strong downtrend. You can see all our resistance, and we did have some slight support, but it didn't get back up to our resistance areas here. We keep failing to move up higher, so we might see more downward movement. With so much strong bearish movement, it's really hard to get that pullback in the areas that you want to get it. A lot of times it feels like you're selling rallies, so I'm trying to look for 48.40 to see if we get some resistance just like here for a drop move, but if we don't, it's probably going to happen, I'd say, somewhere right around here. Let me actually get this pen tool. So well, I'm saying it's probably going to happen somewhere right around this area right here. Right, if we can get this area right here as resistance, then that will be our closer opportunity, 48.20 on oil, right? But if not, then we will look for another opportunity there, right? So we'll see what we get there. Let's take a look at a 4-tick, see if we got something that is a little bit closer here. So let's take a look. Closer view on this 4-tick, you can see we're starting to hold some strong rotations right at this level. So this might be an opportunity for us right here if we continue to hold it. Now, if we go back into, if we go back into that 10-tick and we unhide these studies, you can see that everything is pretty much overhead as of right now. We have the moving averages that are overhead. Also, we have that VWAP that's slightly overhead. So the only hard part about this is not getting too much of a pullback. Is giving us a little bit of a struggle as far as entry, but if we keep holding this overhead, then we're going to have some good opportunity to press the previous day low, and then below that, maybe even try to touch that S1. Right, so we'll take a look at a 4-tick here real quick, throw up some studies so we can see, and I hide these studies here. We can see how it's playing out, right? So with this 4-tick, we can see that the VWAP is still overhead. The moving average is overhead. Now the 200 whole moving average is coming up underneath. Doesn't mean too much. If we try to hold that level again, then we press to the upside, then definitely I could see an opportunity for us to try to move back up into the resistance of 40 to 50. Right, but for now, still got some good opportunities to the downside, given that everything is kind of overhead. But this area right here, where you see that green box, which will turn red and extend that, because that's one of our levels we might look to play before the London session, try to trade some of this Asian session if we get the opportunity to. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 failures of that resistance, and we may try to at least press that downside. Now, if we don't get a new low, then we'll probably be out of that and look for a push back up into the resistances above. So that's what we're looking at so far. Get the point of control right at the level that we're at. And again, oil might be moving down. But yeah, that is our session for the London session right there. That is our analysis there. Again, we have our reasonings behind why we're looking for these things. And again, given we're holding this trend line, gold could be looking for a higher move up for now into the overnight high and then 55. Oil, S&P could be looking to dump off just a little bit. But again, thank you guys for watching. If you did like these videos, go ahead and click that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe. Everybody that is subscribed though, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you guys. If you have any questions, you can speak to us here at TRADEPRO Academy, or you can email me at david@tradeproacademy.com. Or if you want to keep your questions here, you can just put your questions here on YouTube and I'll go ahead and answer them. You guys have a good night. Take care.